And welcome to the show. This is Peter Palmiotti, and this is Storm Drawing Part 2. Not going to do a heck of a lot today, and I'll probably do an initial sketch on my Bristol paper just to map it out. But I'll probably tighten it up before I get to part 3 of this, and where I'll really go in and ink hopefully the whole piece. Okay, so which I might not get to until after I'm done with the 100s. It depends, though. We'll see. I'm just going to go live one day and do part 3. Hopefully there won't be a part 4, but no promises. I just want to show you what I've done so far, which is this were some initial sketches of Storm. Not really her likeness, just random sketches. That was a possible pose. That was a possible pose. I decided, after some more thought, to go with this one, and that is what the final is going to pretty much look like. 8.5 by 11, which is what I got here. I guess I'll do somewhat of a black border. Is that right? Oh gosh. Let me check this. Okay, what do we got? 8.5 by 11, right? Yeah. Okay. And what's this? Oh. I don't need that. Okay. Alright, so this is the exciting part. So this is going to get cut off. So in here is in half. I'll do really quickly a fourth and a fourth, there and there, and the same thing over here. Oh, maybe a little more there, and a fourth there. And we got, and a little more here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Just under a ½ inch. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Alright. So it's just making a little border to the piece. I don't particularly love working to the edge of my paper, so everything must have some sort of border to it. So this is just really quick. And there she blows. Okay. So, like I said, this won't be too much of a video, but I'll at least make some sort of progress. And that will be the border. Drawer, yay. Hey, Neil. Neil shows up. He must be ready at his computer, ready to watch what I'm up to. Alright, so as I map this out, I'll tell you a little bit of progress about what's going on otherwise in my life. Cool. Alright. I should ignore messages when I'm working. Okay. So if you're following my progress on my 100 days of making comics, as well as keeping track of my Google Hangouts, Artcasters, and Studio Synergy, and got a lot of other stuff going on. And I wanted to mention first that I did a podcast today, which was already posted up. Trying to figure this out, and I'll need my trusty eraser, which is far away because the cats keep knocking it to the floor. Okay. Yeah, I did a podcast, Escape Artist podcast, which you could find on iTunes, with Marshall Couture, otherwise known as Complex. It's about community and talked a lot about the hangouts I do and the 100 days of making comics. I had a great time talking with Marshall. He's definitely a cool guy, and yeah, I'm surprised he posted it up so fast. But he does music too, so he's quick with the audio. It takes me a day or two at the very least. Alright. I just can't ignore messages. It's nothing. Charlton Neo Comics. Charlton is back making comics on Facebook. Go check it out. So yeah, it was a really good interview. And he just messaged me and said, "Hey, you want to come on?" And I was like, "Sure." And we had a really good chat. He's part of the 100s. He took a little time off, but he's back. Explains it a little in the podcast. Alright, one thing you should never do is get into the detail before you map out your drawing. Let's see. Yeah, make that mistake of doing that too many times. I don't need you for the second. I'm sure my stone will look like a white girl until I really get into the detail. So don't mind that. She's a black Nubian goddess. Got it. And jeez. Let's see. This is perfect, except I have to do this over. Yeah. I really have a problem with fitting a full figure onto a page. So while that would have looked awesome, her arm and leg would have been sticking out of the page. So let me try to do this right. Do over. Alright, Pete, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Let's say, okay. As stupid as this is, do I want let's see. Well, see, my little drawing, I have a hand, well, here I have it up, and the fingers up, down, regardless of how I put them. I have excess room above, so let's see, that would land somewhere around here. So let's just say, for sake of argument, I may decide different later, but let's say that's her thumb. And there. So crash, kaboom. Okay, in. Something like that. Then oh boy. Alright, let's move that up a bit. This is difficult. Alright, let's say it's really shortened. Okay. We got torso. repeat. Let's say this is I'm gonna have to go research the costumes again. There's a bunch of different storm costumes. I'm not sure. I think I'm doing a combination of different ones. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that's her leg out in front. And that will work somewhat. And this is throwing me off. I watch a lot of digital artists on YouTube, and it really is an advantage that traditional pencilers don't have. Alright, so for the sake of argument, that is something like that. I'll be tightening this up. Alright, so we got something like that. It's almost like, let's see, inside, outside, da da da. Okay. I have to really think about that, but I'm just trying to. So this was kind of foreshortened, and this is also kind of foreshortened. And we have that. Something like that. Looks a little stumpy. Let's see. Oh, there's my kitty cat at the door. Sorry, I'm busy. I know. Okay. Not sure what kind of expression per se I want her to have. I kind of want to, like, the eyes are too close. I know this is just preliminary. Um, Crack a boom. And I don't know. In the illustration, I have a head just going off like as if it's huge, like they usually draw Medusa's hair. And I know that Medusa's hair can do that. Maybe I'll make it something like that. I don't know. Okay. Let's say that works, even though it needs lots of help. Something like that. Sorry, kitty. I'm working. No. Okay. Alright. Well, that's going to have to do. I really have to get the anatomy down. And the costume and all that details. And I'm not doing her cape thing, but I am going to do the sort of big boots, thigh-high boots. So you can imagine it's sort of dark. Yeah, it's coming together. Alright. And I sort of, well, when she uses her power, she has like white eyes, but I want it sort of dead. And sort of her mouth like gritting or showing some teeth or something. It's hard to see, but alright. Shorten that a little. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, like I said early on, I'm going to I want this Something like that, like a landscape. Like I said, this is the border. Okay. And I want to show that she's like on a cliff-ish. So this so it's not too much, but it'll be enough just to show that she's on the edge here. Maybe have something like that. Something like that. Just a little bit. So I want the figure relatively big. Do something more flowing with her hair, but that looks good. And really want like this hand. Let's see, I do want, and it'll be a little more complicated than this, but essentially like bolts of electricity coming out. And maybe just a little touch of electricity here. I don't know. I'll have to figure out exactly how I want to show that. Then I'll have in the background have some mountains in the background. Yes. A simple sort of background. And I'm not sure. Maybe something over there. Okay. So this will be black. This will be black. And I'll do like maybe, yeah, let's do this like lines. Going like that, and then either lines or sort of like Art Adams does. Yeah, let's, like if there's lines like that, he'll do like lines like that. Maybe even broken lines, if you could see that. Maybe even like thick to thin on the lines going in, stuff like that. And that's what that will be. But yeah, could you see this all? So that's essentially the pinup. Like I said, this might be a little more complicated, or maybe I'll keep it simple, because it is, it's a character from a comic. I'll try to make her more accurate, tighten up the pencils, which I'll probably do off camera, because I'm still not confident with my penciling skills. And yeah, I'll probably do something like just have my signature here, or maybe I feel like bringing it down here makes no more sense. Yes. Okay. Let's see how long. That's a half hour. Let me check a message and I'll be right back. Alright. Yes. So up there will be mostly black, except for the lightning bolts, electricity around her hair, her hand. And I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm going to do with the mountains and the ground and whatnot, but I might do a lot of gray work just to pronounce it more. Yeah. So I guess I was going to talk a little bit about 100 days. My last video was 88. Today is 90. 91. Yeah, I might do a 100 days video tonight before I crash. Cause I meant to do one Friday, but just too busy. All right, for those of you only interested in the Storm Commission, because everything is in the past anyway. By the time you watch this, I'll be getting to part 3 just as soon as I can. But I think, maybe in a week's time, might be a little later. But it's I have 10 days, 11 days. Well, if today's 90, I have 10 days left on my 100 days. So doing it after is not too far off. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed watching me lay down some lines. And next time I'll be inking some stuff up. And I'll hope you'll watch that one as well. So thanks for checking it out. I'll see you next time. Okay, for Storm Drawing Part 3. Thanks.